Good afternoon. To join this up to 991. Regards to water and wastewater. My name is I'm Professor in Civil and Environmental Engineering. My office is upstairs, in the levels, room 214. So please feel free to contact me whenever you have any questions. If you have very difficulty to follow up with this class, also assignment, we have a free assignment. And you can do much difficult for you, please let me know. Anytime, very happy to discuss with you. But we have 45 students. I'm sure there's a lot of different backgrounds. Some of them are undergraduate students from Faculty of Science, and some of them engineering, some of them postgraduate, some of them local and international. Also, some of them already working in water industry. So very much different background, right? So it's very difficult to make your level exactly because we have a 45 students have a different background of the water. For example, what do you know about water and wastewater? What combination of wastewater people? Bioreactors. Okay, that's good about it. She knows the paper environment that which is one of our second assignment. Yeah. Very useful. How about when the water is from? So when we start to have water in the first.
Sorry, when the water is from?
Yeah, when the water is from in the first.
Where the water is from?
Yes.
Yeah, groundwater. So,
Groundwater. Anybody agree? Groundwater. The earth. So you know when the Big Bang started, most 100 billion years ago. It was very hard. Earth was it was very hard. That's why at that time, water is all evaporating, right?
precipitation, right?
Yeah?
Precipitation.
Precipitation. Okay, water is coming like the rainwater, right? Okay, so water at that time, when we start Earth, we didn't have water. At the time, no life. And then what's the Earth's age? What's the age of Earth? How old are you? What's the Earth's age? Exactly 4.532 billion years ago. So this is our Earth's age. Water, when we get the water, exactly 4.5 billion years ago. This water is from convex. It's not really from Earth, but it's somewhere else. So there are a lot of ice. They're coming through the Earth. Then they keep accumulate. Then finally they created the seawater and groundwater, rainwater, water cycle. So this water, what you're drinking is 4.5 years old. How old are you? Yes. So we must appreciate our water. because they keep circulating from our body, rivers, groundwaters, ocean, everywhere. Without water, we can't live, right? So we like to learn more about water, how we can design drinking water. Nowadays, a lot of problem of the drinking water, a lot of contamination, a lot of pathogen, virus, also COVID. So how we can make clean water and drinking water. So that's the about our subject. 42991 Advanced Water and Wastewater Treatment. So let's go for introduction. So we have two more lecturers. So tomorrow, Dr. Leonard teaching, he will talk about community engagement. So now we have to think about indigenous water. Our Aboriginal people, they feel water is one of their very precious resources and bread. So we have to online to think about community engagement, not only Aboriginal but also local people, regional people. So community engagement is the first our assignment. So Dr. Leonard Didi will talk about community engagement, and then second topic is the water and wastewater, conventional advanced wastewater treatment process design. So Dr. Sharpancha will talk about how we can make a good recycled water, wastewater treatment, what's the conventional advanced wastewater treatment. And then assignment 3, myself, we will discuss about seawater. Already we mentioned about seawater. The seawater itself, there are a lot of history, as I mentioned. 4.5 billion years ago, we have seawater. Since then seawater concentration. What's the seawater concentration? Salt concentration. Why the seawater is very salty? Mineral. So what's the minerals? Sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is the minerals. What's the definition of mineral? So you drink the mineral water, right? So sorry, you have water bottle, that's why we keep targeting your water bottle. So mineral water is what's the definition? The sodium chloride is good for our body water. Sodium depends. If you obtain sodium, so your body has to you need to control your sodium concentration in your body, because sodium is very salty. Yeah, but people do not recommend because it increases your blood pressure and you are getting old, right? The sodium is the one of good taste, like a salty taste, but it's not really good for your nutrient. So mineral water exactly good for our body, like magnesium. So there are a lot of magnesium in your water, and that's what we call magnesium mineral water, calcium mineral water. Some of the useful mineral, like mineral is more different definition of the sodium chloride, right? So seawater is 3.5% of salt. I mean, to taste the seawater. What's the seawater taste? Salty, right? How salty? Too salty. Okay, so seawater, 3.5% sodium chloride is very salty. How about your seafood laksa? Compared to seafood laksa, how many people try seafood laksa, right? So you know what's the taste of seafood laksa, right? So seafood laksa and sea salt, which one is more salty? Sea salt. Seawater is more salty. How about you? Laksa is salty or okay? So There are many way of the salt, like you have a 3.5%, a lot of mineral, a lot of salt concentration, and a different taste of salty. But chicken lobster has a lot of coconut, a lot of organic salty, like the MSG. You like MSG, you know? People like to have a more, you know, better taste. The MSG is the organic, your salt. Yeah, organic salt. It has a different way of your salt concentration. So how we can remove this seawater salt, 3.5% in our seawater. So how we can design the seawater desalination plant. So make seawater as a drinking water. So we can remove the salt and the fresh water, right? So why is the problem? The problem is too expensive. So how much you pay for your table tent? How much you pay for your table tent every month?
I think every 3 months, around 80-90 dollars.
89. You are single. You are single or you share with how many?
Share with other people.
With how many people?
Three.
3 people. Okay, 3 people, $80. How many like household? How many people you live in household? 4 people. So how many people pay for your table tent every 3 months? He said $80. Anybody else? 120. How many people live there? 4 people. Okay. You are in the house or apartment?
In the house.
House. Okay. They're very different. Because you live in apartment, right?
Nice.
House. 3 people.
Hmm.
Your parent or
None.
your friends?
Sister and friend.
Okay. Everybody pay different. Somebody never pay. Yeah? How much you know? That's what it is. We have to make it clear. So when you move in your household, in general, let's say 4 people, you pay around $420 annually. Then 1,000 liters, which means 1,000 liters, how much you pay? Okay, let's think about how many water chemical you use for your drinking, showering, toilet, what is gardening, what is the cover sheet, what do you use for your water in your water? Okay, that's in general, right? So every day, how much water you utilize? Yes. 200 liters. 200 liters, right? How about others?
Yeah. Around 100.
100. So how much do you pay for 1,000 liters? You pay exactly $2.23 for 1,000 liters. So you have 4 people in your household. Every day, let's say you spend 1,000 liters. So every month, multiply by 30 days. So $2, let's say. You have a 60, yeah, $60. Yeah, $60 for, yeah, per month. So 3 months, how much? $180. So almost similar to $100, right? So that's how you are spending, and you pay for your effort. So you pay a lot. Right? How much do you energy? How much you pay for energy? Right? Because energy is all related to your water and wastewater production. So when you produce 1,000 liters, desalination, wastewater, drinking water, rainwater, whatever you want to use, so you have to spend for energy consumption to convert to your drinking water or something useful, right? So, how much you pay for energy. 1 kilowatt. How much do you pay for 1 kilowatt hour? You don't pay. Because the parents will pay for you, right? Yes, at the moment. So that's why now is everybody talking about all energy, saving costs to increase the market cost to high, how we can manage even water. So energy cost, you have to pay 1 kilowatt hour, $0.3. So whatever you spend 1 kilowatt hour, 2 kilowatt hour, 3 kilowatt hours, you can convert energy for water production. So seawater desalination producing 1,000 liters, you pay $2.2. When you produce your seawater desalination from Sydney desalination plant, how much energy you spend? Because of salt, 3.5%, we have to remove all the salt, then make the fresh water. So you need to spend almost 4 kilowatt energy to produce the 1,000 liter of the desalinated water. So how much do you pay for the money? The 4 kilowatt hours times $0.3, right? So $1.2 you have to spend to produce your desalination. How many people you have drunken desalinated water? How many people know we have a desalination plant in Peru? Okay. Yes. So where is the desalination plant? In Peru. Yes, yeah. Okay. Right. Anybody else? Where is desalination plant in Peru? Near coastline, right? Near coastline. So we are exactly near the Cornell. You know where is Cornell? Cornell is near airport. So when you go to airport, and you can see the when you land on or when you take off, you can see the blue buildings near around the airport. So that's the Sydney desalination plant. The impact. You are drinking desalinated water every day because from last year, July, we have mixed desalinated water 15% of the fresh water. So where is our fresh water from?
Like the Snowy Mountain?
Blue Mountain.
Yeah.
Exactly what about that? Blue Mountain, how many kilometers we are? It's very far away, right? But you'd like to have a more quality of water so that we are bring the fresh water from very clean area to this clean water supply system mixed with the desalinated water 15% at this moment. And then now you're drinking every day. You just turn on to your table toilet. So already desalinated water is there, right? Already you can taste it. What's the difference? So how much do you pay for this water? How much for Mountain Franklin? How much for this one? $4. $4. Okay, $4. But how about the $4 you can have 2,000 liters. If you have 600 milliliter Mountain Franklin, $4, right? $2. So why you drink the bottled water? That's fine. It's convenient, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So table, normally you drink table. What's the difference table and bottled water? Yeah. Where is the Mountain Franklin? Where is Mountain Franklin? Yeah. This is the best brand in Australia. Mountain brand. Right? So one of the most expensive sparkling water. The Tableton is just a 2.3 or pretty much still, right? Then you'd like to have a sparkling water because easy to carry. At any time you can drink, right? Bottled water. That's why you like to carry the bottled water every day. How about taste? Who can identify why the Tableton is not good? Why bottled water is better? What? Sorry? Plastic. The bottled water has a plastic, the microplastic. So that's some. How about Tableton? Is it safe to drink or bottled water is safe to drink? Okay, let's forget about easy to carry, easy to, you can transfer conveniently. Okay, let's talk about water quality. So if you drink somebody every day you drink bottled water, and she drinks Tableton. So what's the consequences?
Nothing really.
Nothing really. Right. Because very difficult to identify. Even Tableton, every day, the quality is different. Because today, yesterday, a lot of rain, we have a lot of dilution, a lot of water quality change. So while you're drinking, it's depending on the weather condition from your Tableton. And bottled water, mostly they are from spring water. The mountain Franklin is located in 200 kilometers from Melbourne, into the north. So there is the one mountain Franklin there. So that's the place they have a groundwater, and then people believe quality is very safe and natural drinking water, natural spring water, natural mineral water. So you feel like that. I like your spring water. But in fact, consequently, depending on your water quality, because your drinking water pipeline was installed 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 50 years ago, depending on the area. If you live in the new city or new apartment, new area, so your drinking water pipeline is relatively clean enough. So you live in very old city, like the city of Sydney or maybe northern area, so they have very old stainless or iron pipeline. So iron keep releasing, and then you have more iron in your body. Also, you have chlorine. Chlorine has a disinfection material. So when you have a disinfection byproduct, possibly some people say carcinogenic. Yeah, like you drink it every day. A lot of coffee. Coffee has good sometimes, but you have a negative point. You can get some carcinogenic compound inside coffee. So same. The difference is that bottled water has no chlorination, so you have no disinfection. They just pass through the UV and then make natural water, so you feel like more natural. But Tableton is a little bit chlorine tasted. Like, when you go to the swimming pool, you have a little bit different smell, right? That's exactly chlorine. The chlorine is evaporated because of your temperature of the water is high, so they keep evaporating to the air. So you have a smell better in the swimming pool, but it's inside your tap water and spring water. So that's the difference. So I can say that we have to understand better what's the best way to drink the Yeah, it's just safe to drink the Sydney tap water. I don't think there any problem, definitely. But bottled water would be much better for your health point of view because no chlorine, no more your process. Uh, it's very simple compared to the tap water production line. That's the reason why the bottled water would be also you have a psychologically if you drink the spring water, like if you drink the Evian, like Alps, your glacier melted water, you feel like, oh, this is the 100,000 years glacier melted to the Alps mountain, and then they collect from the groundwater of the Evian bottled water. So Evian is one of the most successful brand power of the bottled water. So we have to learn how we can treat the all the necessary contaminant in water and wastewater. So you will have a better understanding. Okay, which water you can drink, you cannot drink. Also, why this water, even though you can drink most of them, the quality is okay, but which water is better for your health? And then how we can design your water and wastewater. So that's the we can learn together through this class. So my name is already everybody knows. So you can see that my email address, my office number, just upstairs. Anytime, please send the email. And you cannot access to our door to the office, so you need to better have an appointment. And also other staff members near my office, so you can contact them directly, or you can send the email to make more appointment of your questions. And this is the 3 modules, as I mentioned. We have 3 modules. One is the consultation and socio-technical aspects. Also, second module is the advanced water and wastewater treatment and seawater desalination plant design. So that's all about we can learn from this class. So after this class, you must be very confident to design your wastewater treatment. Also, you can see now is before this class, you don't know what's the inside of the water and why this water is problem, why it's not clean enough to drink. But after this class, I'm sure that you will make a better quality of water drinking decision making. So that's the 3 modules. And in more details, you can see the community engagement, water planning. So we have a conventional water and wastewater treatment, advanced water and wastewater treatment plan. So this is the membrane bioreactor, module 2. We can think about what's the membrane bioreactor compared to the conventional water treatment process. So how this is different, and what's the taste of recycled water? What's the taste of the desalinated water? What's the taste of rainwater?
Not real difference.
Not really
It tastes the same.
not different. So which kind of water you don't like? Do you have any experience? I read something before, but taste was very bad. Maybe in some of the, I'm sorry for country because some of the Indians like that. You have in India and you have experience drink directly in the tablet. So taste is different because every country has a different way of the water sources, different way of the water treatment process and regulation. So some of people, there are many ways of which area, which country you are safe to drink. So if you see the safe to drink, so you can see the way of their quality of the drinking A, B, C, D, E. So whenever you visit which country you visit, you can see that, okay, their way of the water quality, you better not to drink directly because you will have a diarrhea. Because of some mineral problem or some of the bubble solution of the water, some of the viruses, some of the microorganisms still not enough to kill using the disinfectant. So depending on the your habit even wherever you go, your country, so you have to make it whether your water is safe to drink. So question is the recycled water. So this class, we like to have drinking water from wastewater reuse. So how many people know about Central Park? Everybody knows Central Park? Right? So how many people know Central Park has a wastewater recycling plant?
Yeah, they collect all like the wastewater from the residents and use it to water the plants on the walls.
Right. So Central Park. Next to our building. They collect the wastewater. And then underground, they have a recycling plant. And they produce the wastewater and create the purify all the water. They drink water or not? Why they don't drink?
Because I think it's legislation that they can't actually give it to people to drink, or they're not comfortable with it.
That's true. Legislation. Okay. So what they are doing after recycling water?
Just use it to water the plants to save water rather than getting.
Okay. So which application they are using for recycled water?
Garden use.
Gardening and what else?
They use it to flush toilets.
Toilet, flushing. What else? One thing. Laundry. So anybody live in your country apartment? No. So if you have a clothes, this laundry is from recycling. So they recycle water from the laundry water directly. Toilet flushing and gardening. It's very common because we don't drink, we don't touch this kind of water. But how about the clothes? You have to wash the laundry machine. It's one of the very well advanced recycling plant in the world. You live on here, like road, then they connect with the building to library. So library toilet flushing, they have 5 lines under the Broadway Street. So they connect to the library, then recycling water from your shopping center, Four City hotels, and apartments. So we are recycling a lot of water. How about drinking water? Why we cannot drink the recycled water?
Public opinion.
Public opinion, public perception, right? Public perception. So how do you feel if you drink the recycled water?
Depends on the source actually.
Depending on, yeah?
Yeah, because in my hometown actually we drink water delivered from the other country.
Which country?
I mean Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, okay.
Drink
Hong Kong imported water from China, right?
Yeah, we actually
Yes.
export this.
Like similar to Singapore. Malaysia and Singapore, they imported fresh water from them.
I think Singapore has a desalination.
They have they imported almost 50% of the water from Malaysia. So you don't want to drink recycled water. The quality is as good as your because we remove everything. So what is the inside of what in recycled water? So we have technology to remove every contaminant, every virus, every heavy metals, every toxic material, but people don't like to psychologically why do I have to drink my neighbor for the first water, even though it's a treated one, but feeling like not really feel okay to have that kind of you can immediately okay, this is recycled water. So we don't drink at this moment directly recycled water, and the drinking water pipeline is not allowed to share our drinking water pipeline. But in Singapore, they don't have enough water. And what they are doing is that they recycle water and then treat and pumping to the dam. Like they have a reservoir in their country, and then just pumping to the reservoir and then mixed with the fresh water. The people feel, oh, this is mixed with rainwater, groundwater, or some fresh water, so that they feel like better, and then they treat, and then, in fact, this is same as recycled water, but just diluted. But people like, this is acceptable. So if you go to the Singapore, if you open the tap, so you can have recycled water. It's like a indirect recycling. So you have pumping to stem or reservoir, and then let them stay for several days or weeks, and then you can treat, and you can have this drinking water. The problem is seawater. Okay, this is everybody swim very well inside the seawater, so you have sometimes drinks. Then you feel like very safe. Or seawater is very friendly. I can drink seawater. Even desalinated water. Okay, after you remove all the salt, so you're happy to drink because seawater. Like you have a psychological different feeling. Wastewater, seawater. The problem is seawater, because of a high salt, so you need around $2 to remove all the salt. On the other hand, recycled water, so you cannot send it to the pipeline to drinking water. So which means you need to start the pipeline. You need to construct another recycled water pipeline, which means like a purple pipeline you need to install, which means you have a lot of infrastructure costs. But if you recycle water just to pumping to your drinking water pipeline, it's very simple and very cost effective. But still, regulated, you're not allowed to directly combine recycled water, drinking water. So that's your first assignment. First assignment, how we can make this happen. Community engagement. So how we can make people to drink recycled water directly. In Sydney, that's the ultimate goal we like to implement maybe next couple of decades, because we don't know when the severe drought will come back again. Yep. If we don't have enough water, so we have to even recycle water has to be combined. But if we can drink the recycled water directly in the drinking water pipeline, and we can easily implement enough water resource together with seawater desalination, as well as with recycled water, fresh water, dam water. So that's our assignment one you have to try. And then we will compare some of the cost effect of the design, as well as we can have software like DuPont Water Solution. They provide a Wave software. So everybody has a laptop computer. So in fact, we have a computer room, but I like to utilize your laptop because it's good for you can install your software and you can operate And maybe one day you can also utilize this software. So even though, yeah, we have computer lab, but I don't recommend you utilize computer lab computer just to use your laptop. So maybe at the end of the block 3 in May, you can install software and you can try and you can design a wastewater seawater desalination plant. So that's the assignment 3 we have to do together. So how many people look at the Canvas before you join this class? Already, everybody has pre-reading materials, research report, also reading materials, also tutorial pointers, document will be available there. And you can also look at the assessment. So let me very briefly go through this 4991. You can go there. So everybody can access here, right? So you can go, what's the home first? And you can quickly read this general information. And you can download your subject outline. So you can go one by one. Welcome. And who is the successful for this subject? And you can think about what's the assessment overview. So you can see what's the task 1, task 2, task 3. So whenever you finish your task 1, so you can go to the task 1 assessment submission tab here, assignment. So you can read what's the assignment 1, which will be very much focused on tomorrow. Tomorrow lecture will be connected with this assignment 1 regarding the community engagement, what wastewater recycling as a drinking water. So you can see, and then many different information you can combine and follow exactly what's the rubrics here. And then you can finalize and submit your assignment. It's the same as assignment 2 by the due and assignment 3. So already it's available in your Canvas. So if you already know assignment 1, you can start. You don't have to join tomorrow class. You can just go directly your assignment 1 and then you can finish. So you're free to use AI, free to use ChatGPT, whatever you can utilize your advanced computer technology. Yeah, we recommend to use generative AI. So you can also compare your AI's answer, your perspective. We like to see together. Not only, already we also trying the AI. So whatever you try, I'm sure that we recognize where this from. It's from Gemini or from ChatGPT 3.5 or 4.0. So already we have tried many times. So I want to see more perspective of, okay, you can mention about AI, what they gave you, and then you can also try to fix and how you reflect the AI and then your report, and then you can make a more discussion-oriented assessment. So there will be very good marks you can do. So 30% you can finish the assignment and module. I want to, you to read this 2 documents. One is the scenario. So this is the 16 pages. So this covers Sydney water management. So we had a lot of water problems during the millennium drought. So wastewater recycling, seawater desalination. So how we can decide which one is the cheaper, which one is the most viable option, we can do that. So this is the scenario for your assignment, because your assignment is connected with this scenario. So if you first read this one maybe 1 or 2 times to understand what happened in Sydney for water problem. So this is the Sydney Metropolitan Water Plan desalination versus wastewater reuse. So you will understand what's the real fact. Also, some of data is we changed, we manipulated because of your assignment. But it's not everything true. This is like, okay, you're the consultant from Jago or some BHP. So like you're the consultant. So somebody like a Sydney Water, people ask you, okay, can you make the consulting whether we can have a desalination plant or water reuse plant, how we can engage the community better. So they Sydney Water people request you as a consultant. So this is the background. The Sydney Water provide you what's the problem at this moment, and then why we need to consider Sydney desal plan, water reuse plan, and then how we can design what's the cost-effective option. So like you think about you're the consulting the Sydney Water, so what kind of option you can provide. So this is the scenario. They ask you how we can utilize this kind of information. What's the scope of the work? So you can read what's happening for your assignment because your assignment detail water characteristics, detailed design parameters are inside this scenario. So you can read carefully and then you will see when you design your seawater desalination plan. What's the sodium chloride concentration, hydrogen concentration, what's the osmotic pressure you have to utilize your reverse osmosis technology. So there are a lot of basic parameters you have to input in your software as well as the design of your water and wastewater seawater treatment processes. So this scenario will tell you all the design parameters. So next week or this week, read this scenario first, 1 or 2 times, and fully understand, okay, what kind of the information you can extract for your assignment 1, assignment 2, assignment 3. So they all connected with this scenario. So without this scenario, I'm sure that every assignment will be very, very challenging for you. Yeah. So I recommend you must read this scenario and then you will enjoy your assignment 1, 2, 3. So that's briefly I can say that, okay, what's the introduction? So why we need this water problem? What's the metropolitan water planning? So Sydney, how much water we need every year? How much water we have to develop further? And then water recycling, then what's the community engagement? We have to get approval for this kind of process project. And then seawater desalination. So what kind of plant design you want to propose? So that's the seawater desalination you can think about. And what I like to also see, you can see the financial analysis. So what's the step for your Malaba wastewater treatment plant, your Sydney desalination plant? This is the true. This is the correct information. Connor desalination plant is located here. You can see our airport here. The Sydney Park here. The Sydney Park has a water supply system. So we mix everything here. Like you have desalinated water, Warragamba Dam, combined in Sydney Park, and then mixed together and supply it to our city drinking water system. So what we have this water reuse also Malaba wastewater. Its plant is located here. So how we can design conventional wastewater recycling plant and then advanced wastewater treatment plant. So you can utilize the Malaba wastewater treatment, water quality, also seawater quality from this bay, Botany Bay, and you can design your seawater desalination plant. So you can see what's the debate, water reuse, why water reuse is not good. What's the pros and cons? And seawater desalination, what are the pros and cons? You can decide to implement your water supply. So you can see the water reuse debate. And then what's the desalination plant, wastewater desalination plant? So what's the process you can utilize for your basic assignment 1? And this is your input parameters. What's the BOD 5 less than 5, TSS total suspended solid less than 5, and then total nitrogen concentration is less than 10 milligram per liter. So that's the design parameter you have to utilize. Also, you can see what's the wastewater sewage workload for the sewage road, flow and strength, design operating conditions. Also, waste activate sludge production, aeration requirement. So you need this parameter to design. If you don't use any of this one, there's something wrong with your assignment, right? So you have to effectively utilize this given information. Otherwise, something is not correct for your design. So don't design which you like the very simple way. Design based on your instruction as well as this given parameters. But you don't have to worry because every assignment we can provide you enough consulting time. We have a blackboard today, tomorrow. Then after 2 weeks, we will organize the consulting timing from June. I will see whether you like the hybrid class or text-based class or just the online class. So depending on your preference from my paper, we can decide that next blackboard we can have a little hybrid one. But that's why we try to utilize the recorded video. Then we can also have an effective way of the consultation timing. So we will have a more consultation timing every week for your assignment 1, 2, 3 after block classes. And then we will provide you good example and bad example. After class, we will give you what's the good example of your report. The bad example, I don't want to give you a bad example, but good example, you can see how the design people follow your assignment. So you can implement your innovative design because this is the open question. The design is not only one answer. There are several answers. You can change whatever you like, whatever you want to incorporate. So you can address your way of the knowledge and perspectives in your report. So you will get more marks. If we follow exactly the same as a good example, you may have just the average scores, right? But at least it's better than nothing. So, okay, we recommend you to learn, but unless you make something more about your input, more about your discussion and perspective will give you better scores, right? So most of students, they have done very well. So please engage and working with us. We will try to help you. And this is also wastewater plant. And this is the seawater desalination plant. The Kona desalination plant, what's the seawater quality, what's the process you can select, so what's your environmental impact. The seawater desalination, we have water, and we have a lot of salt. So 50% recovery of the water, and then you have to discharge back to the ocean 2 times higher salt. So how this will impact our environment, and then how we can recycle this salt. So seawater salt is table salt, right? So why not? We can recycle as a circular economy resource recovery. So seawater desalination after we extract water. On the other hand, we have a salt like sodium, chloride, magnesium, calcium. So what's the resource recovery we can collect from seawater? Also, seawater contains the lithium. Seawater contains magnesium. Seawater contains calcium. There are many important minerals are inside the seawater. So if we can separate, resource recover this material, so we can sell like a table salt as a salt. Also, we can sell like a magnesium as a good metal or mineral. Also, calcium, calcium sulfate, it's a good also cement, construction material. They are all calcium hydroxide. So you can use as a calcium hydroxide as a good construction material. So there are a lot of resources in seawater. So why we just discharge back to the ocean, just collect and then make some useful recycling opportunity. So that's the environmental impact you have to think about for seawater. And you have to also look at this seawater concentration from the Botany Bay in Sydney desalination plant. This is the basic, like when you design, you can utilize this water quality for your software. So you can put in your software assignment 3, using this calcium concentration, sodium concentration, and potassium concentration. So all the necessary design water qualities are available in this scenario. Yeah. So you can utilize this one. So you can have what's the capacity? So how much you need to design? So 250,000 cubic meter per day. So you need to design, and then what's the design expansion capacity? And what's the temperature difference? So summertime, we have a 25 degree or 30 degree of the seawater. And winter time, so 15 degree or 10 degree, right? So what the temperature change? So what's the problem? The problem is that water density change. So your performance of the desalination design has to be changed. So when you have a high temperature, water is easy to filtrate, easy to produce your fresh water. But when you have a very low temperature during winter time, the water density is high. That's why water is heavy. So it's very difficult to separate compared to summertime. So how we can design this temperature impact? So what's the temperature we have to average it for designing of the year from spring to winter time? So that's also one of the design factor you can consider. What temperature could be the best way you can select for your design, and then what's the energy consumption you can design. What's your contract period, 20 years. What's the expectation of the water cost? Australian dollar $1.44 per cubic meters for desalinated water, and production cost around $2 billion we spend. We spend around $2 billion for Sydney desalination plant, right? This is fact, true data. So we have to utilize this process. Also, you can change. This is the basic information. You don't have to follow exactly the same. You can change because we will give you a little bit of tips during the class. So you can change a little bit of process, little bit of design parameters, little bit of your own way of design. So that's what we expect, because that's how you will learn more. You can also challenge yourself rather than following our manual only. So that's the scenario you must read. You don't have to read anything today or this week. Just tomorrow after lecturing, just focus on this scenario, fully understand And you will get very entertaining the assignment 1, 2, 3. After that, already I mentioned about assignment 3. So look at the assignment 3, what we are expecting from your report. So you will learn what we have to target to improve your design. So each class, we have a consulting as well as the class relevant to your report. So we can have a mutual communication to improve your design subject. And that's the basic information you can have also. I'm sure that this is just the general information you can go through. And this is we have to update this one. I haven't updated this part. But after this class and tomorrow, so we'll update everything. And you can get all the necessary video lectures. I'm now recording here. So I'm sure that even though the quality of this recording is not good, but you can refer to very briefly. And this is the slide I can upload. So we will have some of consultation timing after 2 weeks. So before you finish your assignment, so you have a chance to have a more discussion for your assignment work. You can comment that and we can have a discussion. So that's all about Canvas. So this is the marks. So whatever you submit, and we will see your assignment. 1 is the 30 marks. Assignment 2, 35%. Assignment 3, 35%. So making sure that you don't utilize the very high similarity. So when you submit, and then please double check the similarity. Now, if a similarity is more than 20%, so you go back and change them in refrain. Yeah, you can use your ChatGPT to refrain or make a little bit more different way of not to plagiarize your sentence or paragraph. So reduce the less than 20% and submit, because whenever you submit, we can see your similarity. So if similarity is too high, we cannot give you a good score, even though the reports are very good or whatever. But if similarity is too high, so we cannot give you the good score. So let's also double check your similarity. Yeah. So that's the first step. You have to finish your assignment. And so any question for the Canvas? So everybody is very clear, right? So please, if you have any question, let me know. And this is the summary of the Canvas. Already we discussed about block 1, and actually very much repeated the same thing. Block 3 is the seawater desalination plant. So we will learn more about how we can design the seawater desalination plant, water quality parameters, membrane process desalination, introduction to reverse osmosis, and design of the what's the reverse osmosis case study. Also, we will use your block 3, the software, water application value engine. So everybody has a laptop computer, right? So you can install in May, just before the class. You don't have to do now. So before the class, you come to the block 3. So you can just utilize this software. It's a free software, but very useful. You can familiarize that So even though a lot of consulting people, they utilize this software. So it's a good experience. You can use this one. And the first module, 25th of March 2024, deadline for your assignment. So just 1 month later, yeah. So you have enough time, yeah. And second assignment, 22nd April, so following 1 month later, 2 months, and then 27 May, we have a last assignment. Every student at the end of the semester, especially May, a lot of we have the project report, we have a lot of assignments. So everybody complain, I don't have enough time. So instead of finish it, because of that, we give you clear deadline. So making sure, yeah, don't excuse that I don't have time, yeah, because we know that at the end of month semester you will have a lot of assignments. So make it you plan well, then submit on time. So that's also very important. Otherwise, the 1 day delay, you will have a lot of deduction of the score. Yeah. And individual report, everything is individual. But if you want to do together, if you have any problem to do yourself alone, please let me know. Yeah, you can also engage some of the group option. If you have any problem which you cannot handle individually, or this is far away from my expertise, my background, I have no idea about what and I need to have to investigate. You can try to marry or colleague or how we can help you out. So please, but I'm sure that we will give you enough guide. So first you can try, and if not, yes, we will help you out to finish. So this is scenario already we covered in the campus. Also, this is Sydney Metropolitan Water Planning. Also, this is the scenario what we discussed. And this is the assignment 1. The sum of file is a little bit different. You need to be careful because some of the information it's a little bit old one here. So this is the, I will upload this one. This is the correct version. Also, your assignment, if you see the click assignment 1, 2, 3, that's the correct version. But we, because of the AI, before we didn't have any AI, we didn't include some of the question reflection, because everybody like to have an AI, and then looks like the answers are very similar. So that's why we have to make a little bit different to ask you reflection yourself. So you can see that discuss how you perform in preparing the completing this report. And from understanding what needs to be done, information gathering, idea generation, time management, evaluation, communication, give some example as well as on how you will plan to do different in the future. So that sort of a reflection question we added in your assignment. So please look at carefully all the details. So first, our assignment is describe the water situation problem in Australia. So what's the problem? So just look at the scenario and then rephrase your scenario a little bit. Yeah. So that's what we ask you, like describe what the situation in Australia. And then literature review status, direct potable use. The DPR, indirect potable use, IPR. So as I mentioned, we like to have a DPR. And the what could be the community engagement we need in the future. At this moment, we are doing a lot of IPL, like indirect portable use. So how we can go next step, next to challenging the DPL. So that's what we like to address. So is there anybody have a DPL in the country? Is there any people drinking recycled water? Yeah. When? Singapore is okay. That's the. We have a lot of tricky, like a DPR. It's we recycle and then connect to the drinking water pipeline here. Singapore is they recycle water, wastewater, and then pumping to the dam water. So which means this is not exactly DPR. What we are saying DPR is you recycle water, they connect to your drinking water pipeline. So that's the DPR. Very simple and very easy. Otherwise, pumping to the reservoir again, the water of the dam. It goes again, very high again. So that's the little bit of each, even though it's a mixed one, but not exactly DPR what we are talking about here. So don't confuse DPR is direct connected. So whatever you recycle from wastewater, you drink. So that's we are saying DPR. Otherwise, if we go there and then reservoir and then compare again, even though it's better, but it's indirect potable use. So IPR, we just say IPR. So we need to make sure, Sydney, how we can do this DPR process. So you need to consider and describe what kind of technology used, provide objectives of the report. Also, situation analysis, SWOT. So you will learn tomorrow what's the strengths, weakness, and opportunity threat for DPL, IPL, in Sydney. So you can think about, we will give you the example of Singapore. But you have to do Sydney cases, in our community. And you need to think about some of the analysis, public perception. So how public think and then how you can analyze properly. And stakeholder and DPR project identify targeted key stakeholders like the Sydney Water or our customers or New South Wales Water or industry like ports, growers, farmers. So there are many stakeholders are involved in your DPR project and water related projects. So how we can engage with the stakeholder analysis and the stakeholder metrics. How we can make a good metrics, rate their level, like who's the top level. So we have to convince this stakeholder first, then less priority. And then we have to make sure that the stakeholder analysis, stakeholder engagement evaluation strategy. And this is the also engagement strategy, how you can do, and conclusion. And because of your AI, and then we can ask a little bit more reflection related to the question. So that's the assignment one,
We actually have to use Gen AI to create like do research, see what comes out.
Yes, you can do that. And then you can do,
If you have to reflect on it, it's kind of mandatory, or if you don't use it at all, would it also be okay?
It's if you don't use it, that's all right. If you never use the AI, but I like you to try because online your idea and you want to know. You can think about this is other people's record. You want to get better score. I have an A and B record, then I have to give A and B, right? So when you have a better one, you will get the high chance to get A, right? So that's why it's like you try AI and see what other people may get this kind of then how you can make a little bit more perspective and description and you make, okay, this one said it, but we believe this is a better way of doing it. Some stakeholder engagement, some perception, or some analysis. So that's the, how we like to have a more, whenever you have more information, you can make it better. Everyone better, expression better, analysis. So that's what it is. Even though, yeah, if you don't want, you don't have to use ChatGPT, you can use just the existing Google information. Yeah, that's fine, because also that's similar to ChatGPT, right? So that's the information same, like this. You have a report from this, yeah, reference, okay, whatever you have reference put there, even ChatGPT, you use ChatGPT. Then you can ask more detailed question, whatever you have a different perspective, you can ask that. And then you can extract information and then further you can have a better way of the your own report will be much more stronger because we are really carefully so that we will have good justification of the report. It is big part because we like to experience the more ChatGPT because this is the one of the futuristic way of the your study and then getting more different way of the information. Yeah. So you will utilize that kind of reflection, but this is the open design or open question so that you can do whatever you like to do. We respect because no matter what you do, you're already knowledgeable and then professional way of the report, we are convinced. That's the point, you know. I'm the Sydney Water employee. You're the consultant. I give you, okay, this is what I want from you. Then you just return back as a consulting report. Then I will read as a consult, that's the employee and what's my question. Yeah, what's my request. Then as always, you're right, it's a very $1 million report you provide, and then you will get more reward, right? You will get more reward and you will get more score. But that's what we want to say. Okay, we are like this kind of relationship. Yeah. Any other questions? Assignment 1. So it's a very clear assignment 1. Assignment 2 is a little bit technical. So you need to design wastewater treatment plant in Malabar, close to our Bondi Beach there. So briefly summarize the background, scope, finding, conclusion of your wastewater reuse process design report. And okay, so we have a 3:30. So we want to have a just 10-minute break and then we can do another one. So let's have a 10-minute break and then we can come back. Yep. Yeah.